What is up, everybody? Welcome into the Matt the Grape channel. Today I'm going to be reviewing one of my favorite mods of all time, Local Weather Storms and Tornadoes mod. After I do this review, I'll be actually playing a series in this mod, so make sure that you subscribe to get updates for when those videos come out. So let's go ahead and jump right on in with some of the blocks that you're going to see in this mod. First thing that I want to show you guys is the wind vane, and you can craft this by using 5 weather items and 2 redstone. Now to craft each weather item you're going to be using, let's see here, 4 iron ingots, 2 redstone, and a gold, so it's really not all that expensive. So whenever you place down your wind vane, you're going to see that's what it looks like, and whenever the wind gets higher, you'll be able to see the direction in which it's going. Obviously right now there isn't much wind, so it's not really showing anything. The second thing I want to show you guys is the anemometer, which is really similar, except you're going to need 6 weather items and a redstone, and of course this is the recipe again for the weather item. So if we go ahead and place down one of these anemometers, there you go, that's what you'll see. And whenever the wind starts to pick up, these will start to spin. And next up is the manual redstone siren, which basically, when it takes an input from redstone, it's going to create a siren sound. So to craft this, look at that, that's a lot of stuff. You're going to need 2 levers, 2 redstone, 4 iron ingots, and a tornado sensor. And while we're on it, let's also talk about the tornado sensor. The tornado sensor will output a redstone signal whenever a tornado is nearby, so you can obviously hook that up to your manual redstone siren to know when a tornado is coming. And to make that tornado sensor, you're going to be needing 4 iron ingots, 2 redstone, and of course that weather item. And moving right along, we have the weather siren, which is very similar to the tornado sensor, except it will automatically output a siren whenever there's some dangerous weather nearby. So you don't have to have both the redstone siren and the tornado sensor. You can basically combine those both together. And this is how you'll craft that, with 4 iron ingots, 4 redstone, and then the tornado sensor. And then there's the weather deflector, which is, you'll make it with 4 iron ingots, 4 redstone, and the weather item. And what this weather deflector will do is it'll basically protect, I don't remember exactly the block radius, but it'll protect an area from getting damaged by any kind of tornadoes or cyclones that will, damage and remove blocks, which can be really useful if you want to preserve a build. And we also have the weather machine, which you're going to use a diamond, that's pretty expensive, 4 weather items, and 4 redstone to create this weather machine. And what the weather machine does is, if you place it down and you right click, it will cycle through. Oh, see, it just created a rainstorm. Because that is what the first option is here. It'll create any kind of weather that you want. And next up is the weather radar. You're going to need 4 weather items, 4 redstone, and a compass to create that weather radar. Whenever you place it down, it'll show you any weather in the area. And obviously right now there is no weather in the area, just clouds, so it's not going to show that up on the radar. Alright, now it is time to show you guys some of the actual weather that you're going to be seeing in this mod. So the main command that you're going to use is Weather2. So if you just go /Weather2 and you click enter, you can see I already did it there. That is going to be what some of your options. The syntax is storm create, so you're going to go /Weather2 storm create, and then one of those options there, rain, thunder, wind, spout, hail, and then all of the hurricanes and tornadoes. So we're going to start off with the rain. So if you just go /Weather2 storm create rain, you'll see it says storm rain created. You'll see the skies darken. And if we go ahead and place down a weather radar, you'll see this is the symbol for rain, is this 3 water droplet. Now if you want to kill all storms, all you have to do is /Weather2 storm kill all. And it's as simple as that. It'll kill all your storms. And now moving right along the scale, we're going to be doing thunder. So a thunderstorm, so /Weather2 storm create thunder, and you're going to see the clouds darken. It will, there it is, showing up on the radar. You can see we've actually got 2 of them right now. And the thunder crashes, and this is what a thunderstorm will look like. If we wait till it develops a little bit, you'll see the rain particles on the trees. That's kind of interesting. And the next level up is a windstorm. So same command, except you're going to be putting in wind. And as you can see, the raindrops will start spiraling around. And there's the symbol for wind on the map. You can also see this one over here that we just created just turned into a windstorm. So a good tip is that if you see a green marker on the weather radar, that means that it is a developing storm. Whereas if it's red, that means that it's a weakening storm. And the very final main type of weather is the hailstorm. So you're just going to be using hail, and there's what it'll look like. Now it's of course more intense than the windstorm, and you can see those ice particles, that's hail falling down from the sky. And if you wait until the storm gets more developed, there will be some giant ice cubes coming down from the sky. And if you're in survival mode, these can actually damage you. And now it's time for what you've all been waiting for, checking out the tornadoes. So the tornadoes come in 6 different categories ranging from 0 to 5. So let's start off with F0. And this is what that F0 will look like. The funnel cloud will start to drop from the sky. And you'll see it's very thin and it moves very fast. And then of course there is the tornado symbol on the map, and you'll just see the category of tornado right above it. And now we're going to move up to an F3. So we're going to go /weather2 storm create F3, and you'll see, oh, there goes all the animals and the tree leaves and all the grass. Definitely more dramatic. And if we back up a little bit, you'll be able to see the full picture. It is much bigger. And I'm not even going to bother to show you guys the F5 because it's basically just the same thing, just a lot bigger and stronger. And next up is the cyclones. Again, very similar to the tornadoes. And we're going to start off with the Category 1 cyclone. These are actually going to form over water and move on land just like normal cyclones would. So this is cyclone level 1. You'll see it's just wider spread, and it still picks up animals and grass just like the tornado does. And let's come back to the aftermath of that F3 tornado that we spawned. You can see it's pretty deserted around here, all dirt, and the trees are barren. Alright, I'm going to go ahead and skip up to the Category 5. Of course, you guys can go into this mod and explore it for yourself if you'd like. So Weather2 storm create C5 just to show you guys the maximum strength. And you'll see all the blocks get picked up, of course. And it is a very, very large storm. And if you have like a house built here, for example, all those blocks will be picked up and thrown out. You'll still get the blocks. The blocks will just be scattered all around the outskirts of the storm. And you can see already all of this grass and the trees is already gone. So I wasn't able to find a ocean or a desert, but there's also, as you can see here, spout for water spout, and also sandstorm. I don't see it here, but I do know that you can also create a sandstorm in the desert. And the sandstorm will build up blocks of sand, kind of like this. Like it'll create like half blocks of sand all around, kind of like snow does. And also it'll only do it in a certain direction. So in this case, the sandstorm would be blowing in this way and building up sand on the edge of the block. And by the way, this is the placeable sand layer, which is another thing that you can create using 8 blocks of sand, and then of course that good old weather item, and you get 64 of them for 1 weather item and 8 sand. And then another thing is pocket sand. You can see you can throw that pocket sand around, creates these particles, and it also will build up on the ground. So if you throw enough of it, as you just saw, it built up on the ground. And the recipe to create this is 8 placeable sand layers, and a weather item will give you 8 pocket sand. And the very final thing that I wanted to show you guys today in this mod is if you go into your pause menu and go up to the top, you'll see Weather2 Easy Config. This is a really helpful feature to this mod. Performance, it'll give you a whole bunch of different performance options so you can optimize it for your computer. Compatibility, it'll also help you just some more settings, right? For example, particle precipitation on or off. Wind only for vanilla particles. More things for performance. And if you move into preference, you'll also see some more interesting things like minimum days between deadly storms. So that can go all the way up to 10 days, or it can go all the way down to half a day if you want to make it more hardcore. Chance of storms, chance of rain, all this stuff can be set for your preferences. And then also dimensions in the overworld, nether and end, you'll be able to set these. You can also go into the advanced menu and set all these things directly. There are 10 pages, so I'm definitely not going to go through all of them, but as you can see, there are plenty of options. And one other thing I almost forgot to mention, and you've probably noticed, is that you can see leaves flying off of the trees in a specific direction. So that is all that I wanted to talk about today in the weather mod, local weather storms and tornadoes. Some pros to this mod: we got really great categories. That's one of the things that I really like, is that there's different categories of storms. Also, the development in storms is really cool. Plus, that easy config menu makes it really easy to set your personal preference. The only real downside or con to this mod is that it's only in version 1.12.2. That's, of course, a big step back from where we are right now. Alrighty everybody, that is it for today's weather mod review. Make sure to like and subscribe for future videos. Remember, we are going to be doing a weather mod series. And also, as always, make sure to go check out that Discord, Twitter, and Patreon links in the description. Thank you everybody so much for watching, and I will see you guys next time.